Hey you guys, my name is Taquisha. This is Our Freedom Song. I am gardening in South Carolina in Zone 8B, and I am so happy that you decided to join me in the garden today. So I am finally making the decision to go ahead and pull up the carrots. We've been growing these carrots since the fall, y'all, and it's time. I really want to be able to grow another spring, summer crop inside of this bed. And so we did walk away with some really beautiful baby carrots, a lot of lessons learned for sure, and a lot of excitement for what's to come this next upcoming fall, as I have a way better plan on how to execute carrots. I planted these carrots way too closely. I didn't thin them out soon enough, and I just won't make that mistake again. I love the way that they grew. I love the medium that they grew in. They sprouted up really quickly, which can be a huge discouragement whenever you are trying to grow carrots and just trying to get them to germinate. And so I didn't have any problems with that. And that's something that I've had problems with before. And so I don't feel like it was a waste. It definitely was a good lesson for me on how to actually germinate carrots. And now I will be able to grow large carrots, y'all. I believe it. In the fall, they will be so beautiful, and I cannot wait. So I was recently asked, what is our freedom song? And I think that this is such a perfect time to say our freedom song is the journey of a hope to be at liberty, y'all. Here we have the freedom to inspire. We're free to dream. We're free to grow. We're free to learn. We're free to live. We're free to try and try again. And while we are living out this hope, it is our desire to encourage as many hearts as possible along the way. So I heard that if you put the carrots in cool water right away, they won't get all like floppy. That they'll stay crisp, like how they're crisp whenever we get them from the store. Oh. I heard that this is how to keep it crisp, like this. So you can just put those on the kitchen table. Okay. Thank you.
You want all of them in there?
Uh-huh.
You want them all right here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought this was the plant. This bamboo thing?
So I added some perlite to that bed, which is good for irrigation, as well as I'm about to add some of these earthworm castings. I do not have any more rabbit poop, so this is what I'm going to amend the bed with. I am also going to be adding a bunch of miscellaneous soil from just some soil cups that maybe the seed didn't germinate or it ended up dying. I'm adding all of those miscellaneous cups into this bed as well. So I am deeply watering the bed, and I am going to be using this Garden Tone, this organic fertilizer. I'm just going to use this whole bag. It's 4 pounds, and this bed, I believe it is a 4x8 foot bed. And so I'm going to use this whole bag in this bed because corn is actually a really heavy feeder, and so I want to make sure that it goes in with lots of fertilizer. And this is a slow release fertilizer, so I don't have to worry about it burning the plant. It's going to release over time. I am going to be planting a variety I haven't planted before. This is called the Golden Cross Bantam, and it's an 85-day variety. I went to get the peaches and cream, but they didn't have it, so I picked up the next thing that was an 85-day variety. And so this is the corn that I'm going to be planting inside of this bed, and I'm going to be planting them 4 inches apart. Now I know I told you guys that I normally start, well, this time around, which is our first time around really, I planted the corn from seed inside under our lights in our laundry room, and then I moved them to the greenhouse and let them grow some more before planting them out after our first frost. But here's the thing, what I am most worried about is the squirrels digging them up. And so what I decided that I'm going to try out is I'm going to plant these, and then I'm going to cover them with our mesh covering, because the light still goes through, the heat clearly goes through, to see if that is another option so that I don't have to try to start these from seed inside of containers. While I was talking, I looked over and spotted a garden snack. Can you see it? And so I'm going to pick that because the last cucumber I picked was a little bit bigger than I would want it to be, but this one right here looks perfect. And this is that variety that I told you guys last time. It's my absolutely favorite, and it's producing more than any other variety, and so that's even better. My goodness, it's so good. Ooh, I would say that this is our first tomato that's actually blushing, that's this size, like a medium-sized tomato. I have harvested some cherry tomatoes from our GREENSTALK. So our GREENSTALK won, and it produced tomatoes the fastest. I also think that this beet is ready to harvest. So I'm gonna harvest this beet, and I'm going to stick it in that cool water with the carrots so that it can stay nice and crispy. So a beet in here that I'm gonna go ahead and harvest. That little bug trying to get away. Some cherry tomatoes are ready. I also see some, what is happening right here? Let's see what's happening. Oh, the squash is trying to grow onto the green stalk. These are orange, like golden tomatoes right here. There's some more. Yeah. Green stalk for the win, y'all. I'm thinking that we're gonna have our first really substantial harvest of tomatoes within the next couple weeks. In the meantime, I'm so happy to be harvesting from the green stalk. Lots of cherry tomatoes. Oh my goodness, I came over here to show you guys the artesian bumblebee plant, to show you all of these beautiful green tomatoes that I see on here. And I spotted the first harvest, y'all, of artesian bumblebee tomatoes that I've been waiting for since last summer. And here's more. Oh my goodness, look at this, look at these, my fave. I see more. I see more. Look at this. Oh my goodness, that's so awesome. So awesome, y'all. We have lots of green beans actually over here that I hadn't noticed, because y'all know they're just blending in, but we have enough to come over here and harvest for sure. Wow. My little heart is so happy. I see more. I see more in here. Oh my goodness. Let's see the variety. Those are also the artesian bumblebees, y'all. Look at these. Look at, I didn't even know I was about to do a harvest. How fun. Man, that one's big. It was trying to be something different. Wow. How cool is that? That's so unexpected. Such a fun surprise. I actually also see lots of these burgundy green beans that need to be harvested. We need to get out here and harvest these like immediately, because they go from nice and tender to tough in a day. Oh, I just love the color of these. They're so beautiful. So when you cook these, they actually turn green, but seeing them grow purple like this rich purple, is such a treat. And lots of pollinators are over here because of the borage, y'all. The borage that's growing, they absolutely love it. Okay, so I was not coming out here to harvest, but yet my cup runneth over. I think you could definitely say my cup runneth over, and that's such a fun treat. Man, it is so cool growing a garden. My plan is to, after I see the smallest little sprout of corn, I'm gonna come in and plant some sunflower seeds so that I can have sunflowers growing in this bed. And I'm also going to plant some pole beans when I plant the sunflowers. I am so happy to finally get a new crop in that bed. It's been on my mind for a while now, and so I'm so happy. I am definitely going to try carrots again in the fall. I think that they will grow a lot faster, and I've learned so much. So I know that I'm going to do it better than the previous times, and so I'm really looking forward to that. I feel like I have such a better understanding of the needs and also the soil, and so I'm really looking forward to that. Oh my goodness, y'all, look what just popped through. Well, I just spotted it. This is the sunflower that I planted in the bed with the 171 crops in it. It is so tall that it peeked its head through the trellis, trying to get as close to the sun as possible. It's such a statement. I absolutely love it. This beauty is getting bigger and bigger every week. We're just watching it grow, and here's a new one right beside it, which is so cute. And here's another one. Oh, but wait, that one has 2 little holes in it. Wow, that's definitely been compromised. I don't want to leave it on there because it's definitely compromised. I also saw a hole on the back of this one, so I'm gonna pick it off right there. And oh, this one actually doesn't look deep, like it didn't get to the flesh. I'm gonna give it to the chickens. I got some special treat for you to peck. I don't think I've ever brought you guys through this back gate. Oh my goodness, is it my very first butterfly pea flower? I didn't even notice. If I just didn't take you guys through that gate, I would have totally missed this. So if you know anything about butterfly peas, please let me know. This is my first time growing it, and I'm so excited about seeing our first flower. I also see our very first passion flower. Oh my goodness, yes, please turn into a passion fruit. So this back bed is where I have all of the carnations growing, and I knew right away that I wasn't going to grow these again because they just take so long. They take 120 days, and I would actually like to see more perennials back here since it is the perennial garden. And so I'm really thinking about doing some more blueberry bushes, maybe some more of the thornless blackberries that I planted up to the front. I'm really thinking about that. And so although I love the idea of all the flowers blooming, I'm really just starting to see how I feel about the space. I'm so happy that we expanded, but now that we have, I really am thinking about what I want back here. And I definitely want more perennials. So these flowers are absolutely gorgeous. This is a mix of different types of zinnias, and as well as some straw flowers that you see blooming. And I love it, y'all. I absolutely love it. But I can have these flowers. I can have flowers and I can have berry bushes. Why can't I have both? So that is what I've been thinking the last couple days. I'm like, well, why can't I have both? There's definitely enough space in here to have a blueberry bush, say right there in the middle, and then just having all the different flowers like around it. Like, why isn't that a thing? And so I'm really thinking that I'm going to make that a thing. My goodness, these Dusty Miller are just so pretty. They are so pretty. They are slow growing, but they are pretty. Oh my goodness, there are so many. These are called dwarf dahlias, and I planted them last year from seed, and all of a sudden this big old stalk came up and it has a dozen of these little dwarf dahlias on them, and they are absolutely adorable. They're just so whimsical, and they're like spinning around this humongous sunflower. And this sunflower has all these little offshoots that are also going to be little sunflowers. And I just think that that's so cute. This is the first time this has happened. And so I'm so excited about what this is gonna look like. So wanted to show you guys an update on all of the, so these are the asparagus long beans. Remember, I planted this whole tray, and then these are the zinnias that I planted, and they're doing really good. Like, they're excited about living, and I'm so happy about that. It's been so hot out here that a lot of this was dry, so I gave it a good water today, but I think a lot more will be breaking through in the next couple days. So much for joining me in the garden today. I'm about to have a really nice garden snack. I'm also about to put my beets in some cool water so it doesn't get all like floppy and stuff. Thank you guys so much for joining me in the garden. I appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, garden friends.